Welcome to Lions Live 365. I'm your host, Michael Ayers, and today we are going to do an autopsy of our team. Yeah, I called it an autopsy. They beat us to death in Green Bay. This is ridiculous. I'm actually kind of disappointed at the level of unpreparedness. Uh, we lost in every phase of the game, so let's break it down. We're going to start with the offense. Offense is the number one reason why we lost this game. At no point did the offense get in sync. At no point did the offense feel like it was like, oh, like it was like conceptually is good. We're doing things clean. Like it's 100% one of the most awful games that we've had. It is one game. I want to preface this by saying it is one game, but our offense couldn't have been any worse. The interior offensive line was abysmal. Mahogany was getting killed. Tate Ratledge was getting killed. Graham Glasgow not being able to identify who he should be blocking is almost a cuttable offense. The fact that we're paying this man any money, the fact that he's starting the starting center for our team is awful because he's missing assignments. I don't know how long he's been in the league off the top of my head, but he's been in the league too long to not know, hey, I'm the center. I should block the middle linebacker on on our own 1 yard line. And it's just like certain things are just really insane to me how they operated, how they went down. It just doesn't make sense how poorly the offensive line played. And the thing is, I thought the strength of our offensive line was going to be our tackles. They got completely worked today. Penei Sewell had the worst game of his life. Taylor Decker didn't do much better. So because the building block of our offense struggled mightily at everything. We're missing assignments. Where not only are we missing assignments, where a step too slow. We're not putting hands on people. Like missing assignments on running plays leads to negative plays. That completely changes what you can call. Like in the red zone, if we get into the red zone, we run a play. That play that Gibbs ran backwards, I'm pretty sure he was completely baffled that a linebacker was like, bro, you ran just, they're allowing people to just split guards and centers. This is ridiculous, right? Let's get to the play calling. Play calling was average to below average. The problem is I don't know if the play call got simplified because the O line was struggling, or the O line was struggling because the play call was bad and people understood what play was coming next. That I don't understand. So right now the offense was an F minus. They were bad from quarter 1 to quarter 4. They are the reason why we lost this game. Period. We could talk about other facets of the game, but the strength of this team is the offense. The strength of this team is the ability to run the ball, the ability to pass the ball, the ability to put up points. We did not do any of that today. We got down 17-6. That 11 points felt like it was 30. Because the craziest thing about this whole situation is that the defense rebounded in the second half. The defense did not play awful all game. So the guy that has less experience, the guy that went out there against Matt LaFleur, who's had all summer to find ways to attack the defense, he's the one that bounced back, not the dude with years and years of experience, not the super coach, not the guy that got the receivers and the running backs and all that. I gave Johnny Moore F minus. I gave the offense in general the F minus. I'm giving the defense a C minus. What I don't understand is how you can watch that game and be like, oh, the defense lost it. How? They give up 17 points through 3 quarters. So you're telling me if I, as an NFL franchise, I give up 17 points through 3 quarters, I'm the problem? That half the points I gave up in the fourth quarter is because y'all can't convert fourth and short, and on your own 40 or less. Are we kidding? Or y'all get walked all the way back to the one. Y'all punt and people getting returns. Special teams was bad. The pass rush wasn't up to snuff. I don't like a lot of the things that he tried in the first half to try to be tricky, dropping both the edges, doing all this extra stuff. And at the end of the day, we have been a blitz heavy team because that is the Dan Campbell way. I don't care what you say. That is what it is. The fact that we kept this same scheme through two different defensive coordinators means this is the Dan Campbell way. So what I'm not gonna do is allow y'all to throw Brett. Y'all not gonna throw just your rocks at Brad. I need y'all to throw them rocks at Dan too. Cause this scheme is hard to draft for. This scheme is hard to get bodies for. The scheme requires a lot of man coverage. It doesn't value certain positions. But we're gonna let that rock. With Kelvin Shepherd, I think I gave him a C minus. He found a way to bounce back. He made the adjustments that he needed to make. And then man, I just, as far as the defense is concerned, they got a couple stops at the end of the half. They got a couple stops at the before the end of the game. They gave the offense the chance to try to come back alive, and they just never did. So I'm giving them a C minus. For some people that's gonna be high, but for me, man, like I'm letting Kelvin not off the hook, but for me, man, like it's just like, bro, we get a little bit more pass rush, our offense comes alive and makes a couple plays, and then this game is completely different. If we don't get the holding calls, if we don't make these like dumb mistakes, pulling people helmets off, things like that, we may get more stops. Of course, we would. Of course, what do? We stop the run like we usually do. We we uh we didn't even allow that many pass yards. Jordan Love threw for 2 touchdowns, 188. Our offense was so bad, we weren't even like, they were just giving up just field. We just lost the field position battle. It was such a bad game, man. To pinpoint everything that went wrong is difficult. For me though, when we made a big play, we made a mistake that same play. That Brian Branch interception could have changed the game. The on offense, that interception in the red zone, we'd have been able to kick another field goal, or been able to get a touchdown on that drive. That's good money. But that's just me. We gonna move on to Dan. Dan gets an F2. One, there's no reason why your veteran players are the ones making the biggest mistakes. Your team wasn't prepared at all. Your defensive scheme needs to change. I want him to change it. I want to get more athletes on the field. This earn the right to rush the passer madness, it sounds cool, but there are teams giving up 250-yard rushing to backs and still in the game. You know, I'm sorry. The Rams get ran on all the time, still win games. But I would like to get some athletes rushing the passer. I'm tired of people putting D tackles at defensive end and acting like that's not the scheme. That's the scheme. They want big dudes on the end to help stop the run. That's why they do it. We got to stop acting like we don't know why that is the case. This is the Dan Campbell scheme. It's the second defensive coordinator running something similar to what we've been running. So it's Dan. That's that. The fact that Isaac Tesla got traded 3 third-round picks for this man. You're telling me that that doesn't get a play until the end of the game? You're telling me that you're going to risk the health of your starters in a game that is lost in the last 4 minutes, going for it on 4th down and all this other jazz to get what? To get it closer? What are we doing? Because of Jahmyr Gibbs or Amon-Ra St. Brown, or if somebody would have got hurt during those last 2 or 3 drives where the game was we're basically cooked, that's ridiculous, man. Like this, we got to stop doing this. We can't do that. No. This is professional sports. I don't want to hear none of that. This ain't little league, bro. I don't want no sympathy touchdown at the end of the game, man. Like, come on, man. Look, I'm a positive guy. I'm basing my opinion on what I've seen, and I didn't see a lot out of that offense. I didn't see elite elite personnel decisions. I don't like any of the personnel decisions. Like, why are we putting Khalif Raymond in the game over Isaac Tesla? That's a 6'4" dude with a running a 4.4 that can catch anything. I would love a contested catch receiver out there. I would love to be able to run Isaac Tesla down the field and allow Jameson Williams to get some of those middle of the field targets. This is not cool. And the fact that your team is undisciplined, y'all did bad with penalties, y'all did bad with missed assignments. What are y'all doing in these training camps? What are y'all doing? I can see why the defense looks dominant during training camp, because I see what offense they've been playing. Like, this is ridiculous, man. So for me, man, this was just a wild week to be a Lions fan. I'm not gonna panic yet. If we continue to play the way that we played today in the future, like, to be honest, the Packers aren't even the best team that we're gonna play this month. We got the Ravens this month. So we need to, week 2 is a must-win game, and I'm not going to overreact over one game, but this is one of the worst games I've seen us play. We usually don't lose 2 games in a row, but shoot, we lost the last playoff game. We lost this game. That's technically 2. But let's see how we bounce back. And that's going to be the determining factor of how we make it through this season, because we're going to have more games. Well, not more games as bad as this one, but we're going to have some games where we play poorly or we're outplayed. And that's just how I feel, man. It's Lions Live 365. Please like and subscribe. Peace out.